What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I am Lindsay Gramont, the Homemade Mommy, and I blog over at homemademommy.net. And I'm also a Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living. And today we are going to be talking about gaining momentum. Let me know where you guys are watching from. And I'm super, super excited about this scope today. It's not going to be too long, but hopefully it'll be impactful for you guys. In order to achieve some momentum, we are going to be making an awesome blend that comes from Deborah Rayburn, another Royal Crown Diamond and a really veteran diamond with Young Living. Do you guys know who she is? If you do, you can type in the word Gentle Babies because she wrote that book. So if you have heard of her or that book, then please just type in the word Gentle Babies. Awesome. Yes. So how many of you guys love that book? Well, Deborah is an amazing leader, and she posted this recently because I think some of you who are with whatever business you're with, really, January tends to be an interesting month. I remember in years past that I always thought January was a time when people were wanting to grow and change into, I'm in the natural health world with my blog, and so people are always wanting to get healthy after maybe not being so healthy after the holidays. And so it's always been a pretty interesting month because people tend to want to be shedding bad habits. And so that can come in terms of shedding pounds, maybe by doing a Whole30 or just maybe not eating sugar or something like that. But they also want to be shedding some of the bad habits of maybe overspending earlier or late last year. So a lot of folks around the holidays might have bought one too many gifts, spent a little too much money, and so there's tightening belts happening as well. And so when we look at our organizations, if you're in sales, I'm with Young Living, so when we look at our organizations, you might see some of that and then worry and think, well, why isn't everyone doing what they should be doing? But actually, I have found with my team that it's not a matter of looking at other people. We can only look at ourselves. And so when we look at other people and start to blame and start to, wonder how we can motivate people, and these questions come in and we're like, well, what do we do to help people do what they need to do? Because all of a sudden I'm noticing that my volume is down or my whatever is not people aren't hosting classes. Well, you know what? A lot of people go to a lot of parties at the end of the year. How many of you guys went to like a bazillion holiday parties, New Year's parties, and you're kind of partied out? So when we look at other people and we start to blame them, well, my builders aren't doing this and my people aren't doing this. How do I motivate people? How do I do this? How do I get other people to do X, Y, Z? We should really be looking at ourselves. I don't know if you guys agree. Mic drop. Because when we look at other people, we're not going to achieve the results that we want. And it's exactly at this time of the year, in the winter season, when we need to be pruning our own tree to get better fruit in the spring. So we need to be pruning all of these feelings of blame, resentment, maybe procrastination, or maybe our own feelings of having overspent, or maybe our own feelings of having, gained a few pounds, whatever the case may be. All of those pieces of fruit are going to not serve you well in the long run. And so it's time to clean house, folks, on your own house. That is what this time of year is all about. That is what January is all about. That is what a new year provides for us. We need to let go of last year and we need to proceed into the new year. And our diligence right now is what is going to be what we can harvest and grow in the next, coming year, in the fall. So in the spring, we are going to be growing new plants. Things are going to be sprouting. They are going to be growing. And if we don't prune, then what we're going to grow is going to be limited. We are not going to get what we need. And so I want all of you guys to look at yourself and start to figure out what fruit it is that you need to start pruning. And don't think of it as I need to prune this friend or that friend. No, if you have people around you that are negative that you think you have to prune, look at them as a mirror, because really what you're looking at is yourself. And so if you're feeling like people around you are nagging you, or that you are angry at people around you, or they're angry at you, it's probably a mirror back to yourself. So really, it's a time of introspection. However, we can always help with these kinds of things. Yes, declutter your life. Right now I'm cleaning out my house. I mean, I don't know if you guys can't see from here, but my entire living room is full of the contents of my office right now. And I just cleaned out 10 trash bags from my closet. So I think this is a really good time to clean. Maybe it's not spring, but I think it's a good time to clean house in all aspects of life. And so personal development, this is the time for that to happen. So when you start changing in yourself, everyone around you is going to change. But you can't expect people around you to change without changing yourself. So back to the momentum point. So if we are all oily friends here, how many of you guys love essential oils that are watching right now? If you do, just type in the word EO and I will be able to see that. But I've got something here from Deborah Rayburn. It's actually a blend she created back in 2012 for her team to achieve what she calls momentum with confidence. Are you guys curious about what this blend is? If you are, just, give me little happy emojis, because I'm excited about this too. This is the first time I am making it, and she calls it Momentum with Confidence. So I've got my little, let's see if you guys can see this here. I've got my little empty bottle here that I've cleaned and saved from an old essential oil, and I put a label on it that says Momentum. Okay, you guys ready for this recipe? Yay! Okay. We are going to get out, there are a lot of oils in this recipe, but I'm excited to see how it smells. Okay, so sacred frankincense first. We're going to do 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you think about the oils that are in this blend, it's pretty smart. So sacred frankincense is really good for feelings of worthlessness and feeling unworthy, and also I like to call the Frank you. You guys always laugh when I say that, but, when you're feeling like blame and F the world, frankincense is great for that. All right, highest potential is the next one. We do 3 drops of highest potential. 1, 2, 3. And highest potential is for being annoyed, feeling annoyed. So, if you're annoyed with other people and not focused on yourself, then that's a good one. The next one is Into the Future, 5 drops of Into the Future. And I rarely use this oil. Does anyone like Into the Future? Because I never think to use this one. And it really does smell quite nice. Anyway, 5 of Into the Future. Thank you for typing that in. And then Present Time, which actually just came up on my daughter's scan this morning. So I already had it out, which I find funny. But Present Time, we're going to do 3 drops of that. Present Time is good for resistance to change. How many of y'all think you want something? There's 3 drops of Present Time. But then inside, you're kind of not sure that you are ready for that change. So Present Time is a good one for that. And Motivation, 5 drops of Motivation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next up is one of my favorite oils, Gathering. Gathering, I think, just smells awesome and is totally good for focus and for kind of getting out of slavery. I've talked about that before on my blog. 1, 2, 3. Because right now we're reading Exodus, and that is coming up a lot. Okay, now we're on to the next oil, Abundance. Abundance is next. 1 drop of Abundance. I want to add more drops of Abundance, but I'm going to see how it smells the way she makes it. Abundance. Love that one. Abundance takes away worry, feelings of lack. And And then we've got 8 drops of Believe, which I've done a scope about before, Believe and all the oils in that. So you can go back and look at that on my YouTube page. 8 drops of Believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's see what this smells like. Oh, Believe is good for the emotions of feeling dishonest. So if you're being dishonest with yourself and not looking at yourself with a clear lens, then Believe is good for that. So I think this this little blend here that Deborah came up with is genius. My goodness. Okay. So I'm going to go through that again. I'm going to read through it quickly. 10 drops of Sacred Frankincense, 3 drops of Highest Potential, 5 drops of Into the Future, 3 drops of Present Time, 5 drops of Motivation, 3 drops of Gathering, 1 drop of Abundance, and 8 drops of Believe. So let's see. I've got my little blend here. It's called Momentum. Let's see what it smells like. I'm going to put it on right now. Let's see. Ooh, that's really nice. It's like really well balanced, and it doesn't smell like any of those individual oils, but it smells nice just exactly as it is. It's not very strong or pungent in any way, even though it's got Highest Potential in it and Gathering, which are so strong smelling in a certain way. That is so nice. No, I didn't put a carrier in. Some of these have a carrier in it, and actually it feels very nice and not like a carrier is needed. I'm sure you could add a carrier if you want to make it go longer, but I wanted it to see what it smelled like without the carrier in it. So here's the Momentum blend that I just made from Deborah Rayburn, who's also a Royal Crown Diamond. And, oh yeah, I guess I could hold up the recipe for a screenshot. But you know what? I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to post this scope. I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and I'm going to post the link to it with the picture and image of the recipe on my Facebook page. So if you guys go over to Homemade Mommy, my public Facebook page, not my group, although I might post it in there too, of course I will. But I'll post the recipe image in there, and that way you guys can see it. So if you're watching this on the replay, you can go and find it by searching Momentum with Confidence in my Facebook group, or going and looking on my Facebook page. How do you know how many of each? So I didn't come up with this recipe, Deborah Rayburn did, and so she has the recipe here, and I don't know how she developed it, but I'm loving it. It's very, very nice. So let's see if this can push us into a place where we can achieve that momentum, and we can be diligent right now with our own personal development, cleaning up our own house and our own lives. Many of you, over 100 of you, were at the Danny Johnson event in Orlando earlier this month with me. And I know that all of you are cleaning house right now, and that is exactly what you should be doing. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I know and trust and know that that kind of house cleaning is going to serve you so well this spring and coming in the fall, when you are going to reap a really big harvest. You know, we go through feasts and famine in our lives, and that is just life. That is life. It doesn't mean that life isn't fair. We can't grow every month. We can grow personally, but maybe our businesses won't always be growing every month. But that is just trust in God and knowing that we have blessings coming to us, and that these points in time in winter are time to prune, time to learn, time to grow, time to focus on our own change and pruning our own trees. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And I hope that you make this blend if you have these oils, and that you are also attending the next First Steps with me to do some more growing at the end of February in San Antonio. Again, this is 2016, but I'm sure if you're watching the replay of this at some point in the future, that there will be another First Steps coming up. So today is the last day. It is January 27th to get a very discounted ticket for First Steps, and you can check out the pricing at homemademommy.net/FSTS. If you are new to my scopes, you can swipe from left to right, and you can click the little plus sign to follow me. And if you are new to my blog, you can subscribe to my newsletter by texting the word HM News to the number 33444. Again, that's HM News to the number 33444. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.